Good evening, everyone. It's 11 Mile Sessions Live. It's just a tad past 7 o'clock, and you know what that means? It's time for a live performance. And in the studio, I have the pleasure of having the band, the 3148s. Now, I just want to double check. That's how you pronounce the name of the band, right?
That's it. You got it.
It's just interesting about English and how we say things. Is it 3148s or 3148s or, you know?
Anything but late for dinner.
Any
That's it.
That's an old expression there. You're dating yourself there. Wow. All right, so we got lots of great music coming up. What would you like to start out with?
Why don't we start with a newer one? It's called The General.
Okay.
It's an old-fashioned entree, son, and I ain't the type of son bitch to be outdone, 'cause where I'm from, well, you measure strength, you pack a trunk, you look after number one. Make no mistake, the war's begun. There ain't nowhere to hide, there ain't nowhere to run, and it ain't the huddle, massive tide and pull. It's the enemy pushing hard on our borders and shores, and I know what we're fighting for, yeah. I cut my teeth at the Battle of Baltimore. I saw the tide turn, a lesson I learned to settle score after score till there ain't no more. You cry havoc, let's slip the dogs of war. You cry havoc, let's slip the dogs of war. You cry havoc, let's slip the dogs of war. I had a vision without a white man. I just a glowing quarter mile around the snow. A rising shadow, the vision told me the whole horizon round. I made a promise, I tried to keep it. The strength failed me as I looked into your eyes. I see the shadow, I feel you hold me. Mr. President, respectfully, if they ain't a friend, they're an enemy. And the way I see, I don't know what heathen God they praise you, but it sure as shit ain't the ever-loving God that made you, or me, or he, or she, or we. President Booms is a luxury we can hardly afford. Respectfully, Mr. President, the discontent is evident, but behind this development, I see our finest hour. Are you ready? Take a steady hand to wield this power. We'll give them hell. Don't you ever seen before. We'll give them more. And more than we ain't got no more. We'll cry havoc. Let's slip the dogs of war. We'll cry havoc. Let's slip the dogs of war. We'll cry havoc. Let's slip the dogs of war. I had a vision without a white sand. Just a golden quarter mile around your toe. A rising shadow. There's a told me the whole horizon round. I made a promise, I tried to keep it. The search for me as I look into your eyes. I see the shadow, I feel you hold me.
What we normally do at the start of the show is if you could go around the room and introduce yourself, starting with you, sir.
Hey, I'm Jay.
Simply Jay.
Jay, just... yeah, Jay Seifert, there we go.
Okay.
Greg Jones.
I'm Ian Coote.
Okay.
I'm Tom Jones.
Tom Jones, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
One and
Yeah.
only.
I've heard some of your music. I'm a fan.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on the royalties for that.
All right. So how long you guys been doing this together as the 3148s?
Since July 10th, 2015.
at you nailing it to the day.
Wow. So
No.
you're the one that remembers birthdays and all that.
I was gonna say, now ask him what his wedding anniversary is. And get him in trouble.
October 30th, 2004.
Boom.
Wow. So that's like going on 9 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Started in Ian's basement or rec room. Yeah. Went to my garage and now Greg's basement. Yeah. Yeah.
We just putzed around with covers for a little while, just kind of jamming. And then, it was maybe a couple years in, we started playing out and then writing our own stuff after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll talk a little bit more about that as the evening progresses. What do you have for us now?
This one's called Beck and Call. I'll give you what you want, 'cause you got just what I need. I'll be your loyal pet if you let me on your lead. Every little breath and whisper caress of your hand captures and raptures, and your wish is my command. Hypnotized, mesmerized, paralyzed, you got me at your beck and call. You know I can't tell you no now, honey. Ain't your fault. You say jump, say how high, beck and call. You got me down on my knees here, baby. Hand to God, you look so fine, I lose my mind. I'm all tied up now, and you got me in a bind. Lord, check inside me, I can't get you off my mind. Just whistle, call my name, and I come running home to lay right at your feet like a dog with a bone. Dissipated, immolated, and obliterated, you got me at your beck and call. You know I can't tell you no now, honey. Ain't your fault. You say jump, say how high, beck and call. You got me down on my knees here, baby. Hand to God, you look so fine, I lose my mind. Maybe I'm afflicted, diagnosis, perilous obsession. Send away the doctor, babe, 'cause I don't need no intercession. I toss meds, stay in bed, depend on your affection. Love like high grain alcohol, and I'm at your beck and call. Begging, pleading, lying, seething, girl, I need it. You got me at your beck and call. You know I can't tell you no now, honey. Ain't your fault. You say jump, say how high, beck and call. You got me down on my knees here, baby. Hand to God, you look so fine, I lose my mind.
All right. I must say I'm flattered. You guys didn't have to get all dolled up just for me, man.
You know, this is how we dress every day.
Yeah?
We get home, we take off, the work clothes, and then we put this on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't go to the office dressed like that, huh?
Not usually. Not usually.
That's entirely different suits.
Well, you're men after my own heart. I like that. It only goes to prove what I always say. 3 out of 5 people in the music industry wear Chucks, you know?
There it is, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta get the chucks going.
And the rest wear Docs.
And the color coordination, too, like this gentleman over here, Ian, you know?
I try.
It always makes me wonder, I'm not saying, I don't think anybody's ever come here disregarding their appearance. Don't get me wrong, but you got to realize, okay, I'm going to be on TV now. I should like figure out something at least that stands out, that makes me look different, to wear. But some people just, it looks like they just, I don't know, just everyday wear or whatever, and it's like, okay, that's how you want to dress for your live performance. Go for it.
Well, we figure we're not winning anybody over just on the music that we're playing.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything, but yeah, okay. So this would be something you would normally do when you play live, dress up like this?
Oh, yeah. We got a whole variety of sparkly outfits.
I think it's a great idea, really, because it does make you stand out. I mean, not just musically, but if somebody's going to remember you, like if you're, especially on a bill where you're playing with 6, 7 other bands, it's like, when somebody describes you, the guys with the color, outfits or whatever.
Yeah, it kind of helps bring the energy too. I mean, if you're up here dressed in like a sparkly suit, you're not just going to stand there.
You're going to act different, yeah. Like that synchronized hopping you were doing a second ago.
Exactly.
That's cool. All right, why don't we do another one?
Found a picture of you, and I was seeing with eyes much younger, and I remember that girl. I remember the longing hunger, and I remember myself then, headstrong, lovesick moonchild, singing sweet talking rhyme, hoping that was enough to move you. Standing there, it occurs to me, now the job is so much bigger. Found a picture of you, and it got me thinking, just taking my time, see the things you tried to show me, but I was wandering blind. Oh, power, no controlling, I was way out of line. This after this suggestion, spending all of my time, I was running them hard and left hand. When it finally caught up to me, well, I was more equipped to handle it. Found a picture of you, and I wasn't proud of it. And I'd like to think I've made amends. All the days at the bitter end lay just around the bend, yeah. Maybe on that sunny day, well, we weren't the best of friends, but it's been a long time since. With that picture of you, I'm standing there in our closet, and the dust in the sun makes 1,000 points of light, and I hear you call my name. I don't say a blessed word, and then you come in the room. Ask me if I didn't hear you, looking up into your eyes. Well, I can see half a lifetime. Found a picture of you, and it overwhelmed me. Tired of wasting my time, tired of running this road to ruin, tired of stumbling blind, tired of wondering what I'm doing. Like the scales from my eyes, see the girl stand before me. I think I'm ready to see anything you care to show me. Then you finally caught up to me, and here I thought it was I was chasing you. Found a picture of you.
Okay. So the songs that we're hearing tonight, are they mostly newer? Are they old? A combination of both?
Kind of a combination of both. Yeah. I mean, the first one was we just released last January. We kind of tend to do it like a single or two at a time.
Okay.
And then that one was, I don't know, a few years old probably.
All right. So if somebody was going to look up your music, it would be mostly like separate singles as opposed to like full releases?
Yeah, pretty much. There's we've got a couple of that we released as like EPs with maybe 3 tracks on them, and then pretty much everything else we're just doing single by single.
Okay. Where will we find that music? All the different platforms, or?
Yeah, pretty much anywhere. I mean, you can find it on Spotify or YouTube, Apple. Lying in a gutter somewhere, probably.
At the resale shop at the Salvation Army. You know.
We've been sneaking them into Best Buys for a while. I don't think they sell digital media anymore, though.
No, they probably threw them out. I hate to tell you though. It's amazing. I'm hoping that there's a comeback someday.
Yeah.
But it's just people just don't want to have physical releases of any kind. It doesn't matter what media it is, and you know it's not really the fault of the consumer. I don't think it's the people that make that stuff. It's like, okay, the new cars don't have a way to play a CD player. The new laptops and computers, no way to play a CD. You know, that's, you know, trying to even find the media to play. Like, go anywhere right now and try to find a CD player.
Yeah.
I mean, you might be able to do it, but you're going to be going to quite a few places and
Yeah.
spending a road trip to do it.
Antique stores and museums at this point.
Yeah, and the same goes for cassettes. The same goes, you know, for vinyl. I mean, although it is pretty ridiculous, you can buy turntables, but what they want for those suckers now? Oh, you want to play vinyl, do you? Now they're charging what they used to for CD players.
Yeah.
Do you remember how much those suckers cost when they first came out?
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't believe that. When I first saw CDs for the first time, I was looking at it, and I was at Harmony House. You remember Harmony House, don't you? And then I was asking, he was describing what, I didn't even know what they were. It's like, what are these? Oh, they're CDs. They're compact disc. They have the same music, but they can fit 80 minutes worth of music approximately. It's digital. It's clear sounding. Oh, that sounds great. I'd like to buy some. And he goes, well, you might want to wait because the player right now is about $2,000.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
But this was a very long time ago. Now you can get them for, like you said, $15 at a resale place or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag. I mean, on the one side, you know, with everything being digital, you get to more music. You get to see more stuff and you get exposed to bands you maybe never would have heard of. But, you know, the other side is there is something where you miss going down to Harmony House or, you know, Sam Goody or something and just thumbing through the music and seeing what's there.
Picking out, you know, something that really looks cool, you know.
Yep.
And then being surprised when you get home in both directions. Sometimes you got it home and you're like, oh, okay, not as good as I thought. And then other times, wow, why haven't I not heard of these people before, you know?
Yeah.
But on the downside, though, is like you're now in this big sea. You're like a grain of salt
Right.
in a salt mine instead of, you know, just, you know, one of like 50 or something like that.
Yeah, that's true as well. Yeah.
So how do you make yourselves stand out?
Sparkly
You dress
jackets.
snazzy, yes.
Well, also we do a lot of videos, either shorts or reels, and then our music videos. I think it comes across through all of them that we really enjoy playing together, hanging out together. So you could feel the energy through our videos. But that's the only way you could notice now is if you just put up a video of us all standing in a room playing a song. No, but if we're jumping around like crazy people and yelling at each other, that's great.
So you got to have some of those TikTok moments going, you know?
Yeah.
All right, why don't we do another one?
Hey, wait a minute. What's that sound? A million eyes on the sky. Sounds all around me.
Red wind coming out of the west, so the lights turn out and the city slumbers. The babe clings to his mother's breast, while the devil screams, never asunder. The hellish cross of guiding light, and the world explodes in fierce addition. Pair horse rides through the night, no turning back, the path to perdition. Fire! Violence of being house! Fire! Violence of being house!
Hey, hold position. On my mark. 10,000 pounds of napalm. Line up the dark.
ocean, the river's dam, nowhere to hide. A firestorm and a mass cremation, 1800 degrees, and the pool's boiled dry. Caveman in the nuclear rage, there's something riding in the heart of conflict. Madman on the global stage, Pandora's box unlocks and the bombs hit. Fire! Fire at the meeting house! Fire! Fire at the meeting house! Tableau below, reduced to ash.
Pass at the pass, the impacts are deafening.
A decade fathomless.
The wrecking and fathomless, scattered all hope that's left. The savage now
Fire.
thin palmated gas and gasoline.
Fire.
Holocene, never seen this kind of mean.
Fire.
Starfall,
Score, shoot.
the fates allow. Fire at the meeting house.
All right. So, if you don't mind, let's break from talking for a little bit. I'll give you a chance to tune that a little bit there, and we'll just keep it going from now.
For sure.
What was the name of that last one?
That was Fire at the Meeting House.
Fire at the Meeting House.
Usually there in that middle eight, there's a clip from Curtis LeMay, U.S. General.
Oh, okay.
It's weird, you know?
It's
good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So, what do you have for us next, Ian?
Oh, it's called My Baby's Got Another Man.
Oh, that always sucks. Not always, though. Sometimes it's like, yes, some other sucker's got her now.
My baby's got another man. And I don't know where he lives. My baby's got another man. And I don't know where he lives. I'm gonna see my baby right now and find out maybe she knows where he is. My baby's got another lock. I don't have the key. My baby's got another lock. I don't have the key. Stood out here like a fool. I see some headlights come up the drive. I think it's time somebody noticed me. My baby's got another man. He drives an Eldorado. My baby's got another man. Oh, he drives an Eldorado. Yeah, well, we're gonna have a little conversation so I can tell him where to go in that Eldorado. My baby's got another man. And I don't know where he lives. My baby's got another man. I don't know where he lives. I might not know who lives, but I showed up, know where he is. Oh!
right. So, you guys got some upcoming shows. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we got a few of them. We're playing at the Diesel in May, so that's just a couple weeks. On the 17th.
Okay.
With Vultures of Culture. We got playing at Corktown Tavern at the end of June. What's that? June 29th.
26.
26th. That's what I meant.
Okay. What day of the week is that? I forgot.
It's a Saturday.
I think it's a Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Saturday.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And who are you playing with that night?
Sean Anthony Sullivan.
Okay.
He's out of Lansing.
Yeah,
Lot
he's
of fun.
pretty rad.
He's great. And then we got a gig in August at the Magic Bag on August 2nd. So we do an event every year. It's called Lollapalooza.
Ah, look at that. He's got
Hey, look at
the
you.
the poster and everything. Let's get a little shot of that. Okay. So we were talking before the show, and you've been doing that for a few years now. Where did that come from? What was the idea behind that?
Well, so me, Ian, and Jay, we're attorneys. You know, we kind of like the idea of being able to leverage, you know, our day jobs and this gig. And wanted to be able to do something where we could raise some money and do a good cause and bring some people together and use our kind of leverage our community to do that. And so we started doing it about 5 years ago. The last 2-3 years we've been at the Magic Bag. We've got a couple other acts that have like local Metro Detroit attorneys in them.
Okay.
And then we raise, you know, pick a cause and raise money for it.
Okay, so it's a different cause each year, or?
Yeah, we did ALS 2 years ago, and then Autism Alliance of Michigan last year.
Okay.
Last couple of years, we've raised a little over 20 grand.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, and then this year we're doing Pulmonary Fibrosis Foundation.
Okay. Okay. So that's coming up in August. What was the date again?
August 2nd. It's a
Second.
Friday.
Okay. And there's a few bands there, and I would imagine people can get tickets as we speak.
Tickets, yeah, they're live. You can get them at the box office or online at TicketWeb, you know, through the website there. They're $20 in advance, $25 at the door if there's any left. We're hoping to sell it out. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you offer anything else once you get in there? Or is there like people donated things to like raffle off or any of that kind of stuff? Or
you know, we're still kind of working on that. One of the fun things that we do, you know, in advance, because we're also soliciting donations. And one of the things we did like last year that worked really well was we said whoever donated the most amount of money by the end of June can pick any song they want, and we will cover it at the show.
okay.
And so we did that. Raised, I think, in total, it's about $1,500 just in people donating.
Wow, that's
And
nice.
yeah, they made us pay up. So
Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Well, as long as they don't ask you to play something too horrible, right?
Well, you want to?
yeah, so I understand we got TVMA here, but yeah, so we played Uncle Fucker from the South Park movie. And so we did a whole medley of a bunch of South Park songs, because that song is surprisingly only about 30 seconds long. So
Wow. So you didn't really have to work that hard for your money then.
yeah, that's right. It was great. Get in front of friends and colleagues and my mother and
Oh, I bet she loved that.
yeah, it was great. It was great.
Oh, man, it sounds like a great time. We'll look forward to that. August 2nd, Magic Bag. And the other two, of course, May 17th and June 26th, correct?
Correct. You got it.
All right. Let's do another one.
Woman, keep your hackles down, keep your hackles down. All I need's a friendly sound, a friendly sound. Here we go again. I left the window open. Some things can't be helped, but it really doesn't matter. 'Cause here we go again. Here we go. You never let me in your arms. Too busy talking over the smoke alarm. I got my wit, Lord, I got my charm. They don't seem to work on you. No, they don't seem to work on you. Woman, leave the furnace on, leave the furnace on. I don't know where I went wrong, but I went wrong. Bursting all the pipes, who's it gonna help now? off. I know the darkness, it was mine. It's a shame I only see it. Now we've run out of time.
All right, so dare I ask, we have 3 attorneys here. What does Tom do, the one playing the skins?
I just work in customer service.
Ah, okay, we'll let it go with that, huh?
We sue him.
He's the only one smart enough not to be an attorney.
How does that compare? I mean, obviously when you're an attorney, you actually have an audience when you're doing your job, right? When you think about it.
We get yelled at less when we're playing music. At least that's the goal.
It's not 0, but it's less.
But it's less,
Right.
huh?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, why don't we do another one?
This one's called Guillotine.
Oh.
Man's like it in my doors, it ain't enough. You need a bit more, but pass right by over my key and leave the bread with the bourgeoisie. The sink gonna set it straight. Take your piece of congregate. It's time by time this shit got real. Let's all get down and go for it. Wait a moment, do you with the dead bricks on the Trina Marie? There's gotta be some mistake. I thought we had a date for cake, babe. I know you're feeling low, but you realize you have to go. And a bit that blood up to the end. Here I'm fucking with a friend. The conscience makes a heavy head. Let's just get started, maybe things will get better. A new dawn, weak as yesterday. Whole lot of talking and it doesn't get better. We got the crown, we got the guillotine. It's all for nothing and it never gets better. Old is new now once again as reckless with the millionaires with backdoor deals in underhand, just making moves like Talleyrand. Say, we leave Mr. Jacob in, Hotel They Bill, Holiday Inn. Time to get the gang back together. You'll be playing that reign of terror. So all of you from the old regime gonna take a ride in the guillotine. Coming up, we'll suck it to you. Get a dime and a hallelujah. I came to see a show, but the whole damn family, don't you know? Tisket, casket, head in the basket, never gonna casket, put it on the hole. The conscience that makes a heavy head. Let's just get started, maybe things will get better. A new dawn, as bleak as yesterday. A lot of talking and it doesn't get better. You got the crown, we got the guillotine. It's all for nothing and it never gets better. Endless scheming, fruitless dreaming, starving masses yearn for bread. For the price of flowers, across the power, trade the grain for the serpent's head. Revolution's no solution when retribution's a game instead. No declaration for our salvation, just make God cool bread. Makes a heavy head. Let's just get started, maybe things will get better. A new dawn, as bleak as yesterday. A lot of talking and it doesn't get better. You got the crown, we got the guillotine. It's all for nothing and it never gets better.
All right, once again, the 3148s. So, how does the songwriting go? Who handles those duties? Is it all of you collectively, or?
Yeah, it's pretty much all of us. Usually one of us will bring kind of an idea, and then we get together pretty much weekly and kind of flesh some stuff out. And that's the idea.
So even with the lyrics, it's kind of equal, or?
Yeah, I think probably it just sort of depends. I mean, like usually Ian or I will probably He's just saying blame them. He's going, you know that song you just heard about the French Revolution? Yeah, why not? That's their fault.
Yeah. So he pleads the fifth.
Yeah, that's
then.
right. That's right.
My favorite thing about it is that Ian will bring these very sweet, folky, wonderful little ballad things to the practice space, and then Greg and I will speed them up a lot. Bunch of distortion. I'll add some little bit of punk rock bass riff, and then Ian cries, and then
You ruined my song.
but then we win him over, and then the song is born.
He gets over it then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, I sleep in the fetal position for a couple of nights, but yeah, then I'm fine.
So apparently you have a therapist that helps you with that kind of thing. All right, what do we have next?
Do we have next?
Marching.
Yeah, this one's a relatively new one called Marching Clock.
Marching
Marching Clock.
clock? Okay.
Wait, hold on. Can I get a little bit more of my guitar in the monitors? Yep.
The autumn sunshine casts its light upon the hill and sets the dying reds and oranges all aglow. Beauty like life and memory, the wind blows, it takes it away. What falls was not just lost upon the wind. It gets reclaimed and feeds life and seed and breath and earth anew. And the seasons change and life springs forth again. The cosmos spins back from where it's been. The world keeps turning, the sun and moon light ahead in time. Keeps flipping the pages of the book nobody's ever read. Life is precious, precious. Time is stupid and trouble, and the only thing at all the love everlasting is the only thing that matters. Keeps us all together till we all meet back at home. It doesn't matter how much you beg for it to stop. Every second, minute, and hour is marked by the tick-tock of a marching clock. And the midnight bells, they chime and mark another day. Sunrise to breathe new life. And the world keeps turning, sun and moon fly ahead in time. Keeps flipping on the pages of the book nobody's ever read. Life is precious and fragile. Common and stupid and trouble, and the only thing at all in love everlasting is the only thing that matters. Keeps us all together till we all meet back at home.
one of the things I'd like to ask the musicians that come on my show, we'll start with you, Jay. Like, who got you started, made you want to play bass guitar? Was that your first instrument?
No, my first instrument was trumpet, and then I moved to tenor saxophone and played in a jazz quartet in high school for a while. I've always been in band and choir.
Oh, wow.
And then I played guitar for 10 years. And one of my buddies who was in a cover band said, hey, I know you don't play bass, but can you sit in on bass? Our bass player, we need a bass player. And so I learned half dozen 80s songs in a couple weeks, and then I became a bass player.
Wow. So this was like I can't think of the word right now, very fortuitous or whatever.
Yeah, well, what I've found is that there's a lot of guitar players, and there's not a whole lot of bass players. So you can find your home if you play bass. And I'm a much better. These two are much better guitar players than I ever was. So it's easy fit.
They always say that, usually inside every guitar, bass guitarist is a frustrated guitar player. How come I
right.
can't play like Eddie Van Halen? God damn it!
See, mine was John Frusciante. I desperately wanted to be John Frusciante, but I was not.
He is a lot. His stuff is a lot harder to play than people give him credit for.
Indeed.
Yeah, I mean, he makes it sound easy, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, no, it's transcendent when he does it, and it's not when I do it. So
The first time I picked up the guitar and tried to play Under the Bridge, I'm like, holy shit.
it sounds like such an easy little riff, but no, there's a lot going on in it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
How about you, Greg? What got you started in music?
Yeah, a guitar, pretty much only guitar. I was always kind of a classic rock guy. So, Jimmy Page and that kind of stuff. That was an inspiration, I guess, and I kind of picked it up in high school and tooled around with it, and then, it sort of faded off, and then we kind of picked up this gig and we started taking it a bit more serious.
Okay. How about you, Ian?
I started like Jay playing saxophone in the band, marching band and jazz band and stuff. And then I went to a summer camp, and a kid there had an acoustic guitar, and he could play Tom Petty's Free Fallin'. And all the girls just went cross-eyed.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got no use for the saxophone. I'm going to go home and steal my dad's guitar and learn how to make that thing work.
So we know what your main goal was back then anyway.
Well, Ian's leaving out a lot of stuff that he plays like every instrument on the planet now. It's not unusual for him to come and say, so I bought an entire set of recorders and harmonicas, and I have a whole thought. By the way, I have a mandocello. I've thought of a part. These are all conversations that we've had because Ian just picks up an instrument and plays.
I got a lot of free time on my hands.
Obviously. So you don't have a wife and kids then, or?
No, I do. They're really upset at me, though.
Just neglects them.
It's really, really rocky.
Yeah. But you somehow managed to get out of it. Okay. But that's where the attorney side comes in, huh? What about you, Tom?
I think for me it was, my dad was always drumming his fingers a lot growing up, so I kind of was mimicking that as a kid. And so percussion was always kind of the thing. And then, I got into high school bands and stuff like that, so that's just kind of kept me going since then.
Who are some of your heroes?
Certainly Neil Peart is a big one. Thomas Lang might be the best drummer I've ever seen.
Okay.
People like that.
Okay. Yeah, we were just talking about Rush earlier. Wow. Hard to believe it. That long ago.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. I want to squeeze in some more music, so let's keep it going. What do we have now?
This one's called Penniless. It's about vampires.
Penniless vampires. You're going to have to explain that after the song. Okay.
I'd rather not.
Now I'm standing at the crossroads. Though the wind is blowing cold, the red sunset is silhouette. I hear the I heard the whisper of your voice. I'm still lost as far as I can tell. For your part, you could not bear to leave me all alone, yeah. Penniless at the wishing well. Now I'm standing in the rain. Lord, I'm wearing cuffs and chains. Boys in through the motel room, they're tearing inside out. You flash your smile, but I still have my doubts. Now I'm riding with no headlights. In this highway, black and white. You turn the AM down the hill so long, the gospel tunes. Out of the moon, I sense a change in you. I was lost, I heard the whisper of your voice. I'm still lost as far as I can tell. For your part, you could not bear to leave me all alone, yeah. Penniless at the wishing well. If it's really something, let's say it's really something. Let's scream it at the top of our lungs. If it's something other than going undercover, let's get at it till we get it all done. My mama warned me, beware of the assassin that's standing at the foot of the bed. But I'll take my chances, you know, I'll take my chances in between the quick and the dead. I was lost, I heard the whisper of your voice. I'm still lost as far as I can tell. For your part, you could not bear to leave me all alone, yeah. Penniless at the wishing well.
Oh, there's that one song. There's always one per show that always catches me off guard. Oh, it's over with. Gotta hurry up, turn my mic on. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. So I'm still trying to figure out Penniless, and it's about vampires.
It was, it ended up being about vampires. It started out, it was a song we wrote way back when we were still practicing in Jay's garage, and it kind of hit, it was half done. And then we hit just a block, and nothing came of it, and then it got shelved for, I don't know, 4 years, something like that. And then, I don't know, one day inspiration struck, and we put it all together musically, and then they were like, well, we need lyrics for this. So the lyrics are basically about a guy who's kind of down and out, and he meets this lady vampire, and he falls for her, and she kind of gets him into trouble. He's a little concerned because the cops get involved, but she's not because she's a vampire. And then, you know, they ride off into the sunset together.
Oh.
Well, Ian's a poet, so
So it's a love story, and it has a happy ending.
Exactly,
Okay.
yeah.
My favorite part was we had no idea it was about vampires until we recorded it.
I play it close to my chest, you know.
Okay. So you snuck that one in on them. Good job. Good job. Got to pay him back for those other songs they've screwed up.
Yeah. They vetoed my werewolf song.
Well, those never say never, you know. I mean, yeah.
we're gonna have a whole album, just a whole concept album, vampires and werewolves.
Ghouls,
Yeah.
Frankenstein.
Ghouls.
Oh, they already did Frankenstein, didn't they?
That is a song, yeah.
Yeah. Make it a Halloween special. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. I think we have time for at least a couple more. It's getting that time. So why don't we squeeze some in? What do you have for us now?
We got Saratoga Avenue.
Old my old house the other day, when the gas had gone to sea. other day. Yeah, anointed the floor with oil. Saratoga Avenue, I was yours and you were mine. All the times I held you close, now nothing comes to mind. Saratoga Avenue, just a name upon a sign. All the times I held you close, now nothing comes to mind. All it took was a flick of a match, head long overdue. Farewell, your good friend, you can never go home. You can never go home. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh. Drove our old house the other day, nothing left to see, man, it had burned to the ground. The whole of our old life in ashes, babe, born by the wind all around town. Nothing left of the love but memories, and if I'm honest with myself, it's getting hard to recall. Still lay awake worrying about you, babe. Lord, I know how that don't make no sense at all. Saratoga Avenue, I was yours and you were mine. All the times I held you close, now nothing comes to mind. Saratoga Avenue is just a name upon a sign. All the times I held you close, now nothing comes to mind. All that's left is the light in the night sky. Felony charge behind a hell of a goodbye. You can never go home. You can never go home. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh.
All right, once again, ladies and gentlemen, the 3148. Well, Jay, Greg, Ian, Tom, thank you so much for coming down and playing for us. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
It's a blast.
Our pleasure. What would you like to finish off with, gentlemen?
This one's the first song we ever did. It's called "My Old Lady Don't Tolerate." It's not Ian wrote it. It's nothing to do with me.
A lot of pleading the fifth.
Uh-huh.
This is the only autobiographical song I've ever written.
I cut myself like a bottle. Yeah, to tell you the truth. Lord, she's sitting there in judgment, cleaner than a house tooth. She got the elegant solution. Communicate through a megaphone. She commends prosecution with the restraint of a rolling stone.
ameliorate. Now the lady don't tolerate. It ain't my style to aggravate, but the rest they gonna mitigate. I didn't even try to ameliorate.